Here we are about to visit the Vietnam Memorial. I think everybody has at least seen pictures and knows some of the story of it, but I think it's well worth visiting. This place means a lot to me because I almost went to Vietnam. I was very, very close to going, and I thought that, well, I was a college student, and college students didn't get called up, but then I graduated. And even though I was married, they said, okay, you're 1A now, which means you're good to go. And I said, well, wait a minute. I'm married, going to have a kid. And they said, that's nice, you're going. So I was called up. I had my physical. I was sweating it, deciding, do I have any other options? And some people went to Canada. I didn't think that was a viable option. So I was prepared to go, and then Nixon managed to end the war in what I feel like was just minutes before I was called up. So no, I have a hard time hating Nixon for anything, considering LBJ really started the war, although, as is the case with wars, it's not like all of a sudden they decided, let's have a war, and they had it. These things build up. The French had controlled Vietnam initially for many years. They finally just said, we can't do this anymore, so they left. That left Vietnam wide open to communist aggression, which is a real thing. Hello, yes it is. Russia decided it was moving into Vietnam, was made from China, which is in fact right next door to Vietnam. Or we might better say that Vietnam is right next door to China. So I know better than to think that if everybody just sings Kumbaya, then there will be no wars and everybody will be happy. Afraid not. Tens of millions of people were killed because of the actions of Russia and China. And I don't just mean in wars, I mean just killed. Horrible. Right next door to Vietnam, there was Cambodia. Many millions of people, something like 25% of the population of Cambodia, were just slaughtered by Pol Pot and the Khmer Rouge. Nixon had that to deal with, along with Vietnam. So I'll only say he did the best he could, and I'll give him a pass on that. Whatever he might have done better, who can say? And let me apologize for my finger in the picture. It was very bright. I couldn't really see the screen very well, so.
Okay. I almost let my, yep.
You may have noticed any number of veterans of the Vietnam War. They're there in wheelchairs, standing there, talking to each other, talking to friends and relatives, and of course looking for names of guys they knew in Vietnam. So it's a total experience, folks. And if you want to know what we could have done different, should have done different, I'm not the guy to answer that question. Something needed to be done, something was done. It was done very poorly. Not surprisingly, it became politicized, it became a political football. It's just sad. Not just what went on in Vietnam, but what went on in the United States, turning something as serious as this into politics. Now, I've got another video that I'll have ready in a bit concerning the Korean War, which was, less than 10 years before the Vietnam War, but otherwise very similar. The Chinese invading Korea. There was only one Korea, and then as a result of the Korean War, it got split in half, and now we have South Korea and North Korea. And if you want to know how bad it can be in a totalitarian state, check out North Vietnam. The contrast between it and South Vietnam is mind-blowing. Freedom, as they say, is not free. I only wish. If you think you have the right to just be adamant about your right to freedom and everybody will respect that, sounds great in theory. That's never been the way it is. So here I am at the end, 50,000 names later. My name is not on there, thank God. And whatever the right way to fight a war is, if there is one, I don't know. All I know is here's 50,000 people that gave it all, and let's hope it was good for anything.